I think in large part has led to these numbers because of how fresh everybody is across the roster.
And the key, of course, as Wells knocks down a three if you're winning. Well, Wells is at a couple here in the fourth quarter.
Too much for the Grizzlies to handle. Nice move.
Laravia spins, swatted away by Westbrook. A Wells three is in, and 5 straight by Jaylen Wells. And the game against Toronto on Wednesday was his return to action after missing 13. Wells, another three. Yes, it's through, and the foul. And the first 4-point opportunity for Memphis this year. This is one of the higher scoring teams in the mid-range area in New Orleans. Wells, his three is through. Jaylen Wells, a couple of threes early.
But usually we're accustomed to seeing that when there's a loose ball on the floor, it's football rules.
Yeah, total scrum, man.
Another driving kick by Pippen to Wells, and this time Wells in the same situation a moment ago, air ball to three. Morant heads the other way. He's got company with him, and he almost threw it out of bounds. Bain finds Wells, and over Lively, Wells hits a three.
Ja picks it up. Hendricks with 2 fouls. Flick of the wrist, and that shot goes. Jaylen Wells, the rookie out of Washington State. Pippen back onto Aldama. 3-ball splash home. The triple off the hand of Wells. That's 2 in the quarter.
To start this one, see if the Rockets go and hit here to get the ball out there. There it goes. Get it out of Ja's hands. Somebody else has to beat you.
And Wells does.
Got to contest. Then you would expect for your help defender to then take your guy.
Pippen baseline, no look, Jaylen Wells. That's a three. It's through for Jaylen Wells.
A lot of different plays.
Oh, yeah. Laravia on the deck against Buzelis, steps through, extra pass. Wells for three. Bango! Jaylen Wells shooting 36% from beyond the arc. Morant against Williams. Got the step. Sets up Jaylen Wells for three. Bango! 1-point game with 2.1. Zaire from midcourt. Thomas works against Laravia. Step back three. Rebound Jaren. 11-point game. A pitch ahead to Jaylen Wells. A pull-up three. Got it! Screens. Lillard down the lane against Edey, and Edey with the rejection. Wells, a pull-up three. Bango! Andre Jackson with a rebound. Look at Laravia dig it out. And finally does get it to Morant. Wells for three. Bango! Had our courtside statistician Ross Wood. Jaylen Wells. Yes! Another three for Jaylen Wells, his third of the game.
He misses right there.
Yeah, way too strong off the glass. So neither team shooting well to start. Ja into the paint, kicking out to Wells. And Jaylen Wells has our first 5 points tonight. Defense leading to offense for the Sixers.
Andre continuing to be a good passer.
And Wells answering right back for Memphis.
He's averaging 22 a game. Had 20 against the Pistons the other night, as Wells rains in a three. Jaren, fresh 14 for the Grizzlies. Wells calling for it over LeBron. His three is through. Then Jaren collects his 6th rebound of the game, Rob Fisher. Morant, a look away, a Wells three, bingo! Laravia on a blow-by, in the lane, Jaylen Wells for three. Bingo! Right between the eyes! Jaren doubled in the corner. 5 to shoot. Wells. Good again! Oh my! Laravia, yet another offensive rebound. A Wells three. Bingo! Jaylen Wells, his first 3-point make of the night.
Early shooting, 3 of 7. Memphis. Blazers are 2 of 8. Wells with a trigger outside, a practice shot. Nobody near him, and he knocks it down.
I think it's just a matter of personnel. A lot of the Blazers on this team, they attack the paint, they get into the paint and finish at a high level, and it's just they got to find their rhythm from the 3-point line.
At the expiration of the shot clock. Wells tees it up and puts it in.
A little reverse and then got back to his spot.
Bain's three is off. Rebound punched out. A Wells three. Yes! Season low last night from the floor. Bain drives, got to the rim, but overlaid. Rebound tapped out by Kennard. Jaren to the foul line. 10 on the shot clock. A Wells three is through. Jaylen Wells.
That is what McCain has been good at. Knocking down perimeter shots, but also those moves to the basket.
Wells, an open look from three. It's through. Jaylen Wells.
Fell down. We'll take this with you.
Jaylen Wells will pop for three.
See, and that can't happen. The Bulls just scored on that end. They've got to hustle back defensively and get matched up. When it happens,
Champaglia shakes the shoulders, drives, gets behind him. Wells for three.
well, I'll tell you, Wells has got a nice stroke.
Grizzlies back the other way. Here's Aldama. Kick out Wells for three. Oof. Oof.
Both of his field goals coming from beyond the arc. Wells deep, got it! Pippen sets up the hot man, Jaylen Wells. It's good again! Jaylen Wells, he owns the night. Wells for three, bango.
Good.
Yeah, you get your three back. Bain, Morant, and Jackson before tonight had been on the court together in just 2 games in a total of 18 minutes. Wells for three, it's through. The Grizzlies a sizzling start, 5 for 5.
The confidence in the second half.
Grizzlies starters have struggled from the three-point line tonight. Wells, thanks for making a liar out of me, Jaylen Wells. Now 1 of 5. Grizzlies 46 paint points already. They lead the league in that category. Pippen with a speed dribble, works to the baseline. Sets up Wells, open three, it's through. Char with the rebound, hammer, nail, coffin. This baby's over. Wells for three, bango. Jaylen Wells, his 3rd triple of the game. Aldama may have gotten a fingernail on that. The Grizzlies back the other way, down 11. Bain drives, Wells, a catch and shoot three, it's through. Jaylen Wells. Bain didn't want to take a foul, it would have been his 3rd. Wells, a walk-up three, got it! He triples the Grizzlies back in front, 79. Trailing by 19 in the first half. Aldama, a ball fake, a drive, and a pitch out. Wells for three, got it! Morant, foul line. Wells, an open three, bango. Jaylen Wells.
Man, you know a lot of useless stuff. You really do know some useless stuff.
That's just whatever I'm curious about. Huh?
Yeah.
Jaylen Wells hits a three. Wells with three.
Lakers going wire to wire. Bain curls in the lane, tries to lean in against Wiggins. Corner three, Jaylen Wells, he puts it in.
I don't want to restrict him by any means. I want to see what he's capable of. Well, he's shooting it with confidence when he's out there.
Jaylen Wells with a three-point bomb. Empty on the dunk attempt. Jaren, Bain, Wells, another three. Good again, Jaylen Wells.
Hunter just finds a way to put the ball in the basket.
90-64, Pippen again. Back out for three. That's good by Jaylen Wells.
No, because he's playing great in this pick and roll defense.
Morant, three, off. Wells for three, got it. Aldama into the game, replacing Jackson, grabs the rebound, and Wells says, let me try one more time. Yes. Pippen drives on Mitchell. Grizzlies spacing messed up there. 2 guys in the same area. Wells for three, it's through. Hit 50% or more 8 times this year as Morant comes up short. Rebound slapped out to Jaren. An open Wells three is in. Aldama averaging 13 a game, sprained his left ankle in the first half. Wells will try for three, it's through. Jaylen Wells, 4th triple of the game. And Edey is just dominating on the glass, as you would expect. Wells, a pull-up three, bango! Jaylen Wells, the rookie with back-to-back threes.
Wells knows it. He takes the three. That hurts.
Dealt with those lower back issues last season. Hasn't been an issue this year. Wells hits a three, hadn't scored, and then now he's got 5 quick points, back-to-back buckets. I had this conversation earlier today with the guys on the radio show as all of a sudden Jaylen Wells, who didn't score the entire first quarter and a half.
That was a deep look by Malik, but he was wide open. Lots of time to square up and get a look at the rim.
There's the rookie Wells hitting the three.
If I've ever seen any, but I like that the Kings have switched up defenses, not giving him, the same look every single time. But man, the shooting right now is next level.
25 years old. Bain on the drive, kicks it to Wells in the corner. I'll tell you what, he's feeling very much at home. DeRozan matched up against Triple J. There's Wells, the rookie. It's nothing but nylon again.
Went through multiple defenders. That is a tough shot, just a little bit short, as you said.
Wells from the corner. Man, he is comfortable in this gym tonight. Wells! Man. Kennard on the second side action. Back to Wells. Right now, you got to consider him hot on Sunday. And then come right back Monday to take on the Miami Heat. And an appropriate ending, if it counts. They're going to count the bucket for Wells.
Got a lot of love for that kid, but that you don't do.
Yeah.
Well, you said it in the pinnacle effective advice of the game. Flex your muscles. Jaren certainly did tonight. Wells, step back three. Bango.
This is Morant, throws the lob. Edie makes the catch. Surrounded. Outlet. And Wells drains the first three-pointer of the night for the Grizzlies. Minnesota back up by 3. Minnesota with terrific ball movement tonight, 22 assists. This is Wells in the corner, and he's good.
And then, oh, by the way, they're also one of the best offensive rebounding teams, too.
Well, they've been killing the Wolves on the offensive glass. Wells.
Blame him, man. Have you seen Jalen Green jump?
Quick release, and there's the leading rookie scorer in the league, Jaylen Wells, who has been...
Clark wants Bain to handle, which he does. Dez against Whitmore. Corner three, Wells. Bango!
To Wells, quick release. Good! Made the three!
And Steph Castle, the way Chris has treated Steph. Jaylen Wells puts in a 3, leading all rookies in scoring.
A chance for the Grizzlies to tie it up or take the lead on a 3. Bain out to Wells for the lead. Got it! And the Grizzlies lead it by 1.
They were playing 5-on-4. He knows who he's playing with and how to deliver it so he can make that guy look good.
Sure does. Good catch in traffic by Edie. Sprays it out to Wells for 3. Wonderful discernment by the rookie, Zach Edie.
And he makes a play.
Bain, quick pull. LaRavia with the offensive board. Wells wide open, lined up the seams, and it's wet. Jaylen Wells.
Wembanyama, a couple attempts. No, he wanted a foul. He's upset. Wells walking in, hitting a 3.
Out to Wells, the rookie. The one-legged 3, man, he has gone deep into the bag tonight.
I need to be quicker. I couldn't be that fast. I don't want to try to out-physical everybody. I need to still run by you.
Gotcha.
But listen, don't stop playing. Oh, my God.
Jaylen Wells.
They shoot a high volume of threes. 47% of their shot attempts are threes.
Wells, young fella showing that outside stroke.
Minnesota Timberwolves, number 8 team in the West. Memphis, 3rd in the Western standings. This is Wells, the rookie, bangs in a 3.
Oh, Morant defending the lob. Points to Wells, says, I'm going to give it to you, young guy, and he splashes the 3.
Here tonight, get him an easy one also.
Wells, 4-3. Jaylen Wells, his second 3-point make of the game.
LaMelo Ball with 13, but he's needed 14 shots to get there. A lob ahead for Aldama. Jaylen, another three. Put it in! Jaylen Wells, back-to-back threes. G.G. Jackson, a big-time offensive rebound off the Edey miss. Wells for three. Bango! Man, the ball movement is just unbelievable tonight. And 15 for Jordan Hawkins off the bench. He averages 11. Wells for three. Put it in! Jaylen Wells. Morant isolated with Collier. Takes him into the paint. Wells for three. Bango! Ties the game at 5.
To close out this first half. Wells, three, got it. Right in front of his tee.
Morant races up the floor. Bane. Wells and knocks down another three. This is what they do. They just come at you in waves.
Grinding on the wing, Bane. Wells three.
Look at Shed digging in on Triple J. Corner three, and it's good.
In the NBA, Grizzlies sitting at 35-17, second in the West. And that one rattles in for Jaylen Wells. And Bane, good defense, gets the rebound, his first. Morant, no look, in rhythm. Jaylen Wells hits another three. So he had been struggling, as Stan mentioned.
Leaves Wells open for the three. It is good for the rookie, 37% on the year. So Harden looks very good here physically tonight. Wells on the wing for three. It's good again. His second three. He has 15.
With the size of the lead with Zoo, Kawhi, and Norman and James still on the court, you know. To ensure with the three ball that he can get back in this game. But I don't know if he's... Oh, he got that. Halliburton is back up. He ran into the camera people.
And now Wells back the other way, hits a three.
Yeah, they pushed it up quickly.
Clark. And now it's Aldama. Picked up the dribble. Finds Wells in the corner for three. Pure. Morant around an Edey screen. Draws a crowd. Skip pass to Jackson. Up top. Wells for three. Money.
Great ball movement by the Grizzlies, and just like that, they take the lead.
Tapped out. Morant chases it down.
That's the value of Zach Edey, getting his hand on basketballs that most can't, and it turns into 3 second chance points right there. Zach Edey's under the basket. As athletic as he is, he's still at a disadvantage, but keeps his eyes up, beating the corner.
Wells stays hot from beyond the arc.
Phoenix, I think, Chris Vernon made the point on Grizzlies Live. Here's a Wells three. That's through. He made the point. Phoenix is at kind of a turning point. Wells, 4-3. Jaylen Wells hit 4 of 7 from the long line in the loss at Cleveland.
Should come off of dribble drives or some type post-up situation that they create.
And Wells, it was a dribble penetration by Morant, got a clean look for Wells. Wells, a walk-up three. Bango! Ties the game at 112. Wells for three. Bango! Jaylen Wells! This is a Knicks team that the albatross that they're dealing with. They're 0-7. Here's Wells for three. Bango! The Knicks are 0-7 against Cleveland, Boston, and Oklahoma City.
Randall Harrison Barnes standing out of bounds. Chris Paul misses that three.
Conchar with a rebound, an early look ahead. Wells, a clean look at a three. It's through! Timeout, San Antonio.
More opportunities. The off the dribble game has become that much better for him.
Wells, a three. Bango! Jaylen Wells, 2 of 3 from downtown.
He threw the basketball into the stands, causing a tech.
Wells, three. Down it goes. Wells for three. Bango! 6-point game. I'm trying to think of the last time I saw 50 paint points and a half. Wells drills the three.
We're talking about some athletic, long, young guys with a lot of skill.
Wells for three. Bingo! Jaylen Wells, his second triple of the game. Timeout Atlanta.
Like, set your position and hold and let that offensive player work off you.
This is first personal foul as the tray ball for Wells finally goes down.
Are on the floor, Wells.
Switch back. They had the chance to switch back. You got to shrink the floor up.
It'll be Wells.
And you know
that's
what?
a deep one.
I like the hit by Trey Murphy, though. I don't mind it.
John Moran went through him to get it.
I tell you give any NBA team 4 opportunities.
Right.
That's what's going to happen.
Right, Jaylen Wells in the lead. John Moran had it deflected, but the 50-50, it'll be Wells for three.
That's the way this season's going.
Backbreaker.
That is a telltale of the way this season has gone right there.
Possessed to be able to get to the rim is an asset.
Legit 7-footer. A Wells three. Got it. Jaylen Wells, and now a Will Hardy timeout on the Utah side.
Warming defensively.
Yeah, Taylor Jenkins, here's a Wells three in transition. It's through. Taylor Jenkins not a fan of the Grizzlies' attention to detail defensively last night.
A lot, and they're going to be up in you and physical.
Luke Kennard back out to Triple J. There's the local product, Jaylen Wells. Folks, he's been doing that all season long. The second-round pick.
Completely underrated. I don't think that people on the national level across the NBA fans pay enough attention to what Zach LaVine can do, but
well, they've had an answer. Sacramento has every single time the Grizzlies have made a run, and the answer has usually been a three-point shot. Wells will try to answer, and does.
Jaylen Wells into the paint. A straight-on three is good for Jaylen Wells.
Helped turn this game around in the third quarter. 2 minutes left. Wells turns and fires up a three.
Without him, they're still a deep ball club.
They are. They still have speed, but not that breakaway, blazing speed that Ja owns. Wells back-to-back threes.
As the Thunder just did. Just textbook passing.
And Wells quickly back the other way with a three. SGA getting ready to check back in. Nice defense, Cason Wallace disrupting that alley-oop attempt, but Wells with space, and he's got another three. In the playoffs in the first round, Lakers would have home court advantage. Wells for three. Good. Jaylen Wells.
And also, shout out to Al Horford, who's, you know, obviously he would be a normal starter on a night like this. It's like, no, let X start.
Oh, Wells, that's nice. Boy, that's a second consecutive possession that Boston has had a three from really not a non-three-point shooter. Wells converts a three on the other end. He's averaging 17 a game this season. Scoring numbers down, but his impact is unmistakable. A Wells three. Bango.
Supposed to go on the matchups here. Allows Anderson to play on Dama. Here's Wells, the rookie. Nice looking stroke. Jaylen Wells taking himself out of the play for now. I don't know if it's ankle or knee, but he was grabbing at that lower leg. Here is Jaylen Wells. And another friendly bounce.
15 in the clock. Memphis from the corner. Jaylen Wells fires.
Keon Johnson. Pippen, great hands. Pippen with the knockaway. Bane. Wells for three. Bango! Jaylen Wells.
Good job, Morant, to knock it away to save it.
Wells, an open three. Got it. Jaylen Wells. 2 of 3 from beyond.